Welcome to the Weather Guru podcast for January 1st, 2026. Happy New Year to those in the lower 48 United States and around the world here as we continue to look at things here. Starting off cold in most of the eastern two-thirds of the United States, east of the Mississippi River. Cold in the upper Midwest as well. Looking at the National Weather Service current radar here, you can see the snow showers are continuing here for the Ohio Valley. Just light snow flurries here, anywhere from Erie, Buffalo, Cleveland, down into the West Virginia Highlands and Appalachians, over towards Syracuse and just north of Syracuse and the I-90 New York State Thruway. They've been getting hit all day long with 6 to 8 inches of steady snow in that area, as well as up into the Ontario province, Canada as well. Snow will be light and continue to drift off and continuing into this morning, into tomorrow morning, January 2nd, it'll drop off. Some light snow flurries in the Intermountain West from Salt Lake City north up into Yellowstone Park and over towards Denver, but nothing crazy. And then out in the west, we still have our rain showers that are starting to ease up for LA, San Diego, and San Francisco Bay areas. They've been socked in with rain for the Rose Bowl Parade and other areas and activities in SoCal, Southern California, but that should be easing up here. Looking at the current hazards here, you can see the hazards have diminished significantly today on New Year's Day 2026. We just have purple hazards with winter weather advisories out in the Intermountain West, of course. These are for light snow showers in the high Sierras as well, winter storm warnings and watches in effect for them. And then just a couple of flood watches and warnings left over in the high mountains east of LA, in the canyons east of LA and San Diego, and also up towards the Grapevine interchange there. Some canyons over there towards Bakersfield and Fresno, excuse me. And then out east, we have the same thing, just those warnings up in upstate New York, the Tug-Hill Plateau, from Watertown southward to Syracuse, Onondaga counties, and then Buffalo, Erie, southward. There's just those warnings there. Continuing for lake effect coming off the lake today and tomorrow as it continues there. Looking at the temperatures here, as I said, we have that cold front that came in here and made the upper tier of the country from Maryland all the way up into the northeast colder. So high temperatures for today were only in the 20s and 30s there, as well as Chicago, only 22 degrees Fahrenheit, and as well as Minneapolis, St. Paul. They didn't even make it above freezing. They were 13 degrees Fahrenheit and 16 degrees Fahrenheit respectively there. So the cold air is going to stay there for a while, but by Wednesday and Thursday, this surge of warm air you see down here in Dallas-Fort Worth across the I-10 and I-20 corridors is going to surge up northward and provide everybody with above average temperature starting next week, the 7th, January 7th, next week, and the 8th. And that surge is going to continue for the next week or two. So looking at the weather vapor for today, New Year's Day, you can see that dry air has infiltrated Florida, providing beautiful conditions from Panama City Beach back toward Jacksonville, Tampa, Orlando, Miami, Palm Beach, and into the Keys. And that dry air continues to provide beautiful conditions up into Atlanta, Nashville, Louisville, and back into southern Illinois here. But you can see this moisture starting to advance eastward here, this green blob. This will continue to advance eastward tomorrow and into Friday and Saturday. And then by Sunday, we'll get the next shot of rain and snow for the northeast, and that exits out quickly. And then next week, we get that warm-up coming in. So warm-up is coming, but just be a week next week and not this week here for the eastern two-thirds of the country. Southwest looks great. Desert Southwest looks great. And that'll be drying out too as well in the upcoming weeks as a ridge builds in there as well. So this has been the Weather Guru update for New Year's Day, January 1st, 2026. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. This is the Weather Guru signing off. See you on the next episode. Thank you for listening.